Hey YouTube, I'm the Island Farmer. Welcome back. I'm not in Florida anymore. I'm in northern Minnesota right now. This is my second home. I haven't moved or anything like that. I just come up here for the summers sometimes, and this is my dad's homestead up here. If you've been following my channel for a while, you might recognize this place. I made some videos up here last year. My dad has 160 here, the main farm, and then over that way there's another 160 that's hunting property, but it's also some hay fields and a big pig pen. He's got chickens, cows up here, a lot of fruit trees. One thing he didn't have was a vegetable garden, and you know that takes a little bit of time, so I thought I would go ahead and make a little bit of a vegetable garden and make a video about it. So this is the barn. This was my grandpa's old barn that my dad refurbished. Pretty sure my brother was up here helping out with this. And there's a small little garden bed right here in the front where I used to have some tomatoes growing when I was younger. It's gone downhill pretty bad, but we're gonna get everything dug up here. I think there's even some plastic buckets in here he was growing rhubarb in. So I'm going to get all that out of there. I'm going to till that up real good and get all the grass and roots out of there. And then we are going to build a raised garden bed planter right along here out of some local wood from the Amish sawmill. And then I'm going to fill that with peat soil from the pig pen. And then I'm going to go get some veggie starts from our Amish neighbor, Alvin, down the road. I think he has some tomatoes and pepper starts I seen when I was over there. And hopefully we can get this all done today. So let's get started. If you guys are in Florida and you've never really been anywhere else, especially gardening anywhere else, Florida is very sandy. It's pretty easy to dig in the ground. This is actually a white earth reservation, and it's called white earth because of the white clay here. The ground is very hard, and there's granite stones all in it. So it's going to take a little bit more digging than I'm used to, but we're going to get it done. Bucket out. There's like 4 more to go. The ground is really hard. It hasn't rained here in like a month or so, which makes the ground like pretty much like concrete. So I'm definitely gonna get my workout in today. Alright, got all that dug, all the roots dug up. I'm just throwing them in here for now. I still don't know if I'm going to compost them in here and put cardboard over it. I'm a little worried about these things taking root. I might take all the roots out or most of them out. I think I'm going to do that to really make sure, because this was hard. I don't want to do this again. These things freak me out. I'm so used to pretty much every snake in Florida being poisonous. I know it's just a garter snake, but oh my god, I jumped 10 feet because I see some like this, and I think moccasin or rattlesnake or something. But these things live in the ground, they hibernate up here. And then when it gets warm, they come out. So, yeah, don't like that. All right, so this is a slough. And if you're not familiar with what a slough is, or the term, it's basically like a wetlands. And when it's raining, or when it's wet, don't eat my tripod. It's this will be sitting water, all of this here. So this is basically like the bottom of a swamp. Now, this is gonna be a challenge and a half with 30 pigs. Some of these pigs are pretty big. Like that male right there is way over 400 pounds. He's about chest high. Stop, that's my tripod. So this is gonna be a bit of a challenge, I think. I fed them yesterday, thinking it would calm them down. Which probably just gave them a bunch of energy. And you can see it's not clay, this is peat, straight peat. Try to lift it up on here without pulling my back. Who needs a gym when you're a farmer? That's not going to be enough dirt. Alright, so the carpentry part of this, very simple for me. Probably going to be the hardest part for most people though. So I'll walk you through it. Real simple. Looking at like 11.5 feet here. So I'm going to shoot for like a 12 footer. If I can get some 12-foot pieces. But I'll write down the exact measurement because the first board here I want to line up with the top of this concrete. And then I'm going to go up again with another board, like another 6-inch board right in here. So I need to write the widths down on all this, 2 of those, and then we'll need 2 of these, which are, let's just say 2.5 feet. It's really 2.2, but we want to overshoot anything in case we need to trim off bad pieces of the wood. So we'll need 2 of those. 2 foot 6 inches times 2, and then we're going to need 1 of these, which this one is pretty much 24 on the dot. We'll just say 2.5 feet again, so we'll need 3 of those, but one's going to be a little bit more narrow. Alright, so I know what size pieces of wood I need now. Alright, so I'm down at the Amish sawmill and they let me videotape getting the wood. I'm going to go through some of the scrap wood here and try to find some pieces that will work out. Alright, so had lunch, got all the materials back, I even got the vegetable starts. And what I'm doing here is running the saw down the wood to make a nice straight line, or as straight as I can do. I do have a table saw, I just haven't really used one too much. So I'm just going to freehand it. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Plus I'm thinking I can put cardboard lining on the back to kind of help the dirt and water from seeping out, because there's always going to be like little cracks here and there. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I couldn't find any 12 footers. Most of the pieces are 8 and 10 foot he had. He might have had some 12 footers, but they were buried under that huge pile that you guys saw me pulling from. So to do the 12 foot run here, we're going to do 2 6-foot pieces. And to try and make it look nice, I'm going to use this crack in the sidewalk right here to do the line. I don't care how long it is, if it's like 5 foot and 7 foot, even if it's off by like a few inches or something like that, I just don't care. I'm going to use the crack to try and make it look a little bit better. Like that. Now this piece, I've already trimmed off one side. It's not going to line up too pretty right there. I can always cut some off here. But what I need to do now is get the height to match this. Got sap all over this one. So I'm gonna mark it. How high we are here, 5 1/8 here. Snap it. I got these to, I cut off the end here to get these to line up pretty good right there. I think it's halfway decent. You know, these are, you're working with like all this crazy shapes and sizes. Some pieces are really thick, and then some pieces are really thin on the top. So I'm just trying to, you know, get it to where I don't have like this. You know, it's not going to look too good. So I'm just trying to get it to all kind of like smoothing out and stuff. That's probably like one of the big things if you're using like wood like this and you want it all to be like flush and work together. And there is a little bit that pokes out here, but there's only so much you can do. On the end down here, I'm going to Try not to step in the sap. I'm going to put a 45 on it. So like that. That'll work. Make it work. Now, if I pound it in like that, it should tighten up. Yep. If you guys are ever working with power tools and you don't know what you're doing, please use every safety precaution possible. I've been in construction since I was 17, so I know exactly what I'm doing. I've been around these tools my entire life, and I'm very comfortable around them. You'll see me working barefoot and just holding stuff. I know what I'm doing. If you don't, please don't try to do what I'm doing. Alright, we got a wavy cut, just like that. This board's kind of thick. This is almost just like a 2x6. They just let me have this. Pretty nice. Since I got everything in place, I was able to mark the top of the stakes where everything is. And now I'm going to come back and just cut these off. I'm going to cut them off a little bit short. That way you won't see them once it gets filled with dirt. And you know, they don't need to run up to the very top anyways, so. sun's starting to go down, but I went ahead and cut some cardboard and stapled it to the back of this. That way any dirt or whatever, water, doesn't just wash out. Alright, sun's going down, but I'm gonna go ahead and dump all this peat that I got earlier. I'm definitely gonna have to go get more, a lot more. Thinking about tipping one in there, but probably be easier just to tap it right there. Grab the handle, one. Alright everyone, this project is taking a lot longer than I thought. Kind of on the second day here, I didn't think it was going to take that long. It was mostly because the camera equipment setting up and the batteries kept dying. I need to get some new batteries if I want to keep doing this. But I'm gonna go ahead and plant all the vegetables I got from Alvin's greenhouse, which if you're in the area, I'll go ahead and leave some directions to that. They're Amish, so they don't have a phone or electricity or anything, but they have a massive greenhouse with some amazing vegetable starts. They have seeds, everything. I know it's getting late in the year, but you know, for next year when you're wanting some really great vegetable starts, and if you live in Monoman County, definitely go check out, I think he calls it Pine Lane Greenhouse. It's off of Highway 4. Alright everyone, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and stay tuned for the next one.